We're back. We're day 2. We've had a couple of accidents. Accident number 1, teammate put through the wrong score on a bridge, mate. So we lost 10 imps at the score. I mean, we didn't lose them. I mean, we never had them in the first place, but the scoring said we'd won about 18-2. We've probably won a bit less than that, maybe 16.5 to 3.5 or something. So that was accident number 1. Accident number 2.
Okay, so I drove my car into a wall.
Yeah, so it's superficial damage. The handles come off the passenger side seat, so Cooper has to lean over to let the passenger in. Accidents have been made. Hopefully that is out of his head now. That happened last night when we were all quite tired and Cooper was trying to park into a very tight multi-storey park. So I'm just going to put a little fish symbol there.
Yeah, I'm a fish and fuming.
Oh dear. Well, hopefully that's out of our head now. So we're going to go back in. We've got 3 matches today. We've got Nettleton first, and then Barden, and then Hutton, I think. Nettleton are slightly ahead of us, and Barden and Hutton are 7th and 8th. So, but the league's really tight. I'm going to post the league here. So you can see we're Phoenix. We're about average, and we're only 3 VPs off second, but you can see how tight it all is. There's only one team clearing away. And we beat them yesterday, so everyone's beatable. All right. So we had some issues with my phone filled up and I couldn't record any more videos on. So some of the recordings have been made on Cooper's phone, and for various reasons I haven't got enough recordings to make a whole video. So because of that, I'm going to do some of the hands back at home. So this is me in my home. And because Cooper lent me his phone, I'm going to do a hand he played well. Now I searched and searched and we didn't play that many boards and I was struggling to find any hands he played well. But I found one. This is the hand he played well. He ended up being in a south in 4 spades, and you can see the auction here. So he's got the south hand here. North me opened 1 diamond, which is at least 4 diamonds, and we're playing Ackle, so it won't be a weak no chump. East bids stop 2 hearts, and it's you to bid, and I kind of like his 2 spade bid. It's if he doesn't bid 2 spades now, it might be difficult to get spades in the auction. If partner rebids like 4 diamonds later over 3 hearts, and you're struggling. So Cooper overbid at this point, and then he's just going to underbid for the rest of the auction. But he overbid just to show the 5th spade and some values. So, and me as North, I bid 3 hearts. Cooper doesn't really like this, but he decides to show his second 5-card suit, and I give preference to spade. So I've either got some sort of strong balanced hand without a good heart stop, or you know, something else maybe. Looking for 3N, and probably only going to have 2 spades a lot of the time. So Cooper gets the Jack of Hearts lead, and this is the hand he has to do. So looking at the north-south hands, not the best. So we haven't got any losers off the top in the minors, but the issue is we've got this awful 5-2 spade fit. So how many losers have you got? Well, in theory, you've only really got losers and trumps, and so what you need to do is draw trumps in such a way that they can't force you too much and then cash a bunch of hearts. You then also need to hope that either you can set the diamonds up or you can set the clubs up, potentially, because you've got to get rid of these 2 losing clubs you've got in the south hand, which currently can't go anywhere. So if the clubs don't come in and you run out of trumps, that might be an issue. So what Cooper did, he rose with the ace of hearts at trick 1, which seemed a sensible move, and he's willing to lose 2 or 3 trump tricks as long as everything else comes in. So he doesn't really want to set up a cross ruff or a force. If he loses a lead now and East plays a heart and East ends up having 7 of them, that's a really bad thing. So what he did do is he played ace and another spade to see what the situation is. When he played a second spade and East played low, he played the 7 and lost to the 10. So he's lost 1 spade, and so far both sides have turned up with 2 spades, and they play a second heart, which is obviously what they're going to do, and he ends up winning. He ends up winning with the south hand, and now he's at a crossroads. Now, if he exits with a trump and East has 4 spades, East can win the 2 spades, draw the trumps, and cash a bunch of hearts. But think about how the spade suit's gone. It's gone ace of spades, small spade. East played small. Now with king, queen to 4, 1, they wouldn't probably have bid 2 hearts, and 2, they wouldn't have ducked with king, queen to 4. So it's unrealistic that East is going to have 4 spades, which means it's probably safe to play another spade. Either West has got 4 and hasn't got a heart left, or they're 3-3 all along.
So Cooper plays a third spade after having ruffed once, and this goes queen, discard, king. So spades of 3-3 is good, but the bad news is they're going to play a heart now. Now, Cooper had envisaged what was going to happen here. Think about how the hand has gone so far and who's shown up with what. West has shown up with 3 spades and 2 hearts, which means West has 8 cards in the minors. So West will have at least 1 4-card minor, which means diamonds aren't going to be 3-3 or clubs aren't coming in. You can't have both of those things happening. So if diamonds are 3-3, clubs are 5-1. Or if diamonds are 4-2, clubs might also be 4-2, based on the number of cards West is going to have in the minors. And potentially East might do something different, but what East did is played a heart, which is sort of what Cooper wanted. Because on the heart, Cooper roughs this, and now what does East play? Sorry, what does West play? West potentially has a guard on one or both minors. What are they playing at this point? Now imagine if West has 4 diamonds. They're stuck a bit here. If they've got 4 diamonds, they've got 4 clubs, and they're sort of squeezed. If they discard a diamond, Cooper can just play ace, king, and another diamond, and setting up the long diamonds in dummy with the king and clubs as an entry, because West won't have another spade. And if West discards a club, well, probably the clubs are coming in. So on all hands where West is 4 in the minors, Cooper's going to make this. So what situations where West can have where the Cooper isn't going to make this? Well, there might be some diamond holdings where East has like 3 to the queen, and if West can discard a diamond and guard the clubs, maybe it goes off. But if you see the whole hand here, West is actually squeezed here. They're squeezed on the king of hearts return. You can see what happens is if they discard a club, which is what they did do, Cooper's clubs are good. He just cashes 5 clubs and ace king of diamonds. But if we go back, and you can see if West discards a diamond, Cooper's able to play ace king and another diamond using the king of clubs as an entry. And Cooper had this position read. It sort of plays itself, but obviously to be aware of the fact that he played it pretty quickly at the end. He knew what was going on, and to just kind of have that bravery to play that third trump when, if trumps are breaking poorly, you're at risk of losing a lot of spades and a lot of hearts. Cooper just read the hand, counted the hand, and was able to make, ended up making 11 tricks, because when West discarded a club, they're conceding 2 additional club tricks rather than 1 additional diamond trick if they discarded a diamond. So, well played, Dr. Chris Cooper.
So, you have the following hand. You have Singleton, King 10, 9 to 5. Singleton King, 10, 9, 8 to 10, 9, 8, 7 to 6. Alright, so you pass, and everyone's vulnerable. No, it's not. You're vulnerable, they're not. You pass. The next hand bids a heart. Brilliant. Oh, 1 heart. Ooh, this is good. And then partner bids 2 spades. Uh-oh. And then, because we're playing with screens, the hand on my right thinks and then passes. Well, okay, he's got spades. So I pass. It wasn't a long think, but like it's a think I've got points and values and I want to do something, and then he passes. So I'm like, oh, okay, he's got spades. So I pass, and this goes double, pass to me. So, what's going on? Well, partner's 2 spades is wide-ranging. Because I've passed, he could have a 5 count to an 11 count rather than 6 to 10. He's likely to have 6, if not 7, because he's vulnerable. But the hand has reopened with a double. With a weak no trump and honor X in spades or 2 spades, they might not have done that. So, if there's 1 spade on my left, I think the odds that spades of 5-1 are much higher than spades being 4-2 or partner having 7, I think. I think if the hand on my right's just got 4 spades and they're not good, maybe king to 4, no pips or something, they might just chance 3N or something else. So the hand on my right's either going to have 4 good spades or 5, and I think if they're 5-1, this is just disastrous. So I confidently just bid 3 clubs. Let's bid 3 clubs. I mean, my pips are good. I know I've got no honours. My pips are good. And imagine partner puts down a singleton club, and I've got a singleton spade for him. Clubs won't break anywhere near as poor as spades will. And the benefit is against not necessarily an unfamiliar partnership, but a new partnership. They might not be able to catch you They might not necessarily know what double is, or the hand on your left might decide to be diamonds or 3N themselves. So we got away with this. And it went pass 3N. I think doubles penalties, and I think potentially the King Jack should double, maybe, if it double is penalties. If doubles take out, then the Ace-X should double. I don't know what the situation was. So for whatever reason, they bid 3N. I'm like, whew. So I lead the 9 of clubs moderately quickly, and they asked what the 9 of clubs meant, and I said, well, we lead second and fourth, and we don't treat the 10 as an honour. So they said, oh, the 9 denies a higher honour, and I said, if it's a true lead, yes, and that's what I did. So as long as it's from length, which it has to be. So I played the 9, and then when I get in with my singleton king of diamonds, I played a second club to make him guess there, and he thought for quite a while, and played the jack. So part on one with the queen, and ends up going one off, because he couldn't fathom that I'd bid 3 clubs confidently with a 10 high suit. That's what he couldn't do. He didn't think I'd pull it with just 6 low, effectively. So I pulled it because I think 2 spades doubles going to be a horrendous result, and 3 clubs might go for the same number, but it might go a bit less because clubs won't break as poorly, and more importantly, they might misbid and let you off the hook. So we've got actually a better club fit than spade fit, and the fact that we beat 3N was gravy on the cake, I think. Not that you put gravy on the cake. So we've just got another match in. We've got another win. I think we're a comfortable second now. The first place team is they've just won 20-0, so they're a bit ahead, and they're playing third currently. Well, it was in the last match, they're playing third. So if we can win our last match, and whatever the result of first v third is, if we can win our last match, we'll be a comfortable top 2 somewhere. We don't know where. So we're in a good position. Teammates are coming out with 1 ball to score, so we were like 18-2, 17-3 up or something like that with factional VPs. I'm going to give you a lead problem. This is your hand. You've got Queen X of spades, Queen 10 X of hearts, Jack 9 to 4 diamonds, and King Queen small clubs. And the hand on your right opens 2 clubs, which is either 20-21 or big. And the hand on your left bids 2 spades, which was alerted as garbage. 5 spades, less, a queen or less, or something like that. It's basically to play in 2 spades opposite 20-21 balanced. And over 2 spades, the hand on your right bids stop 3M. So it's you to lead, and if the dummy hasn't got a queen, you've got to think about, like, anything could give a trick away. You know that dummy spades are jack high at best. But Declarer won't have 3, so maybe a spade lead's fine, maybe not. It's very risky to lead dummies 5 card suit or something. So your choices are, I don't think you can lead a spade. Your choices are a club from King Queen small. If I had the 9 or something, maybe a club's fine, but I think club from King Queen small's really dangerous. Dummy could go down with the jack or the 10 or something like that. Or Declarer could have ace jack 10. And I don't want partner to unblock or anything like that, so I ruled that out. So I'm now down to one of the red suits, and I don't think you can lead heart from Queen to 3. Queen to 4 maybe is a possible lead, but Queen to 3, yeah, I didn't like that. Again, dummy could go down with something like the jack. So I thought the lead least likely to cost would be a diamond. I led a diamond. I'll show you the whole hand now. You can see that a diamond lead just gives Declarer their 9th trick. They cash 6 diamonds, ace, king, ace. So swing and a miss, Steve. Swing and a miss. I think we lost imps on the board. I don't know exactly where it went at the other table. I don't know what the right lead to make is. I feel on the unlucky scale, maybe a 6 out of 10 for leading a diamond, to have the diamond be the only lead to let it through. So, oops. I think a spade lead lets it through as well. I think it gives them their king of spades. So I need to lead a club, as it happens. Heart lead lets it through as well. So actually, maybe it's not too unlucky. I think any lead lets it through other than a club, but I'm not sure it's right to lead a club when dummy's got nothing. I think it's better to just kind of sit back and keep your points over Declarer. And so I led my effectively weakest suit with their weakest honour in. So that was that was like 10 out in a set. We're winning anyway, so it's not too costly.
So this was a match from match 13, which is the penultimate match of the day, where Cooper and I had this hand. I was the south hand here, and Cooper opens a diamond, east doubles. I bid a heart. I've got a nice heart suit, given I've not got many points. Cooper bids a spade with north, and I have the club stop, so I bid 1 no trump, and Cooper jumps to 3 no trumps. And they lead the 2 of clubs, so a quick look at dummy and count our tricks. We've got the club stop, the 10 of clubs fills our club suit, so we're only going to lose 2 clubs. Potentially we're going to lose not many other losers. If the diamonds come in, we're going to make 7 diamonds, 3 spades, the ace of hearts, and maybe some clubs as well if they set the clubs up. So I was pretty delighted as to what's happened. So it went small club, small ace, and I played the 5. And then East promptly switched to the king of hearts. So what's going on? So we take some time to analyse it. Now East has made a takeout double, so they're likely to be shorter in diamonds than West is. So is it nothing more to do than take the heart and take the diamond finesse? Well, let's try and piece together what's happening. So at trick 1, West led the 2 of clubs, and they play attitude leads against no trumps. So the 2 of clubs promises an honour systemically for them. And not only that, East won the first trick with the ace and not the king. So from our point of view, there's a very good chance West has the king of clubs. Now, from East's point of view, what's the best way for the defence to beat this? And the best defence for them to beat this, if East doesn't have the queen of diamonds, is to play a club back. East didn't consider playing a club back at trick 2. They just played the king of hearts. And so I think at this point that East knows that I know that the diamonds aren't necessarily running. So East isn't scared of the diamonds because there might be a diamond layout where they're not coming in, and the only layout that can be is if East's got the queen. Now if East has got queen to 3, nothing much I can do. I'm going to lose a diamond, 2 hearts and 2 clubs. But if East has queen doubleton or queen singleton, you can't afford to take the finesse. You've only got 1 entry to the south hand, so you've either got to play for the drop or take the finesse. There's no chance of laying down the ace of diamonds first, crossing back to your hand and then taking the finesse to guard against a singleton queen. So I made a judgment call, a card reading call at the table. I put East with the queen of diamonds based on several factors. One, they haven't gotten that many points for their takeout double. If you think about if West's got the king of clubs, East can have at most king, queen, jack of hearts, jack of spades and ace of clubs. Well, king, queen, that's only 11 points. And that's if they've got both the jack of spades and the jack of hearts. Whenever they haven't got one of those jacks, they're almost certainly going to have the queen of diamonds. So, for example, if East turns up without the jack of spades, where's their takeout double? So it helps knowing the players. I didn't think they would double that light necessarily. And if they are going to double light, they're going to be short in diamonds. They're never going to have the queen. So I made a judgment call and I played East for the queen. However, there's no rush to make that call to drop those diamonds. We're not playing match points. There's no reason necessarily to just take the ace of hearts and play for the drop and try and make you 11 tricks. So I ducked the heart. Now, there is a chance, if you think about what's going to happen, there's a chance that if they set up the ace 10 of hearts in my hand and the queen jack 9 of clubs, they can set 2 clubs up. If they set 2 hearts and 2 clubs up, dummy's got 5 winners. And so if they set my tricks up in my hand, I might be able to make 4 tricks in my hand and 5 tricks in dummy without having to risk the diamond finesse. Not that I was taking it anyway. So East plays the jack of hearts, so that's good. They've got the queen as well, so I can duck this again. If they play another heart, I'm probably okay. I can force out the king of clubs and they either chuck me on dummy, in which case I'm going to play for the drop in diamonds, or they chuck me back in my hand. I cash my winners and make 9 tricks without any shenanigans in diamonds. So they played another club. I won the queen. And now dummy's looking pretty good. And they played a spade. So I won the queen and I cashed the diamonds from the top and the queen falls. And East looked at West thinking, why would you stick them on dummy? You forced him to get the diamonds right. But I didn't tell them I was going to drop them anyway. It was an early board in the match, and it's not something you do if they're shouting or arguing. Not that they were. If they argue or get annoyed with each other's misplays, I'm not going to correct them in the middle of what is quite a high stakes match. So that was one of my better hands of the weekend. I just judged that the queen of diamonds was with East, and if it's with East, I was always going to drop it, regardless of what East thought I was going to do. So that was a 3-no trumps.
So we've probably had our worst match of the weekend, and I think Cooper played well. I think I went off a lot. We went one off about 7 times, and I'm not necessarily sure any of the decisions on the hand were right or wrong. They found a good lead to beat us on the contract when you can make on different leads. They We invited maybe a bit pushily and went one off a few too many times. So I don't think we're winning the match necessarily. And I had a bit of a faux pas, and it's up to you. You can decide how much of a faux pas it is. Obviously, Cooper thinks I'm a fish symbol. So this is my hand. I have Ace Queen 10 to 5, Ace 1, King Queen 10 to 5, stiff King. So good hand, but he goes pass, pass, pass to me. So I open 1 spade. This goes pass, 4 spades from partner, pass. So the opponents don't bid. And so it's up to you to decide, do you move over this or not? And so we play 2N by pass stand is still a good raise in spades, like 9 to 11 good raise sort of thing. And we play splinters. So partner can bid 3N to show any singleton and a raise to 4. So what do you need for 6? King of spades, ace of diamonds? Looks like 12 tricks, doesn't it? So I took a view, and I think it's up to you to decide whether I'm a fish or not. And I bid 5 clubs, and my intention was, if partner shows what I think is the ace of diamonds with a 5 diamond bid, I was just going to bid 6 spades. And they might not lead a club on this auction. I'm going to have cubic clubs. They might. The king of spades might be on side if partner hasn't got it. But if they've got the ace of diamonds, there's probably leads and layouts where 6 spades has play. And sometimes when he's got king of spades and ace of diamonds, you're just going to have 12 tricks off the top. So I took a view that partner hasn't got a singleton because they didn't splinter. And they didn't make a good raise. Could they have a hand with king of spades and ace of diamonds without doing a good raise? I'm like, yeah, king to 5, 3 low, ace 1, 3 low. So I took a view that partner's Q bid of 5 diamonds was the ace and bid 6. And dummy went down. And you can see that if England are doing well in rugby, if they lead a heart, you get your club away. And then you just need the spade finesse. So they led a diamond to the ace, club to the ace, and 1 off because the spade finesse is on side. So difficult. I think we were just too pushy, and I think I'm influenced by the state of the match. I think we're not doing very well, but we're winning the match, and so obviously that board is still to score at the other table, and I think we're going to go back to close to a draw now if they're not in the same slam. It's not a good slam, is it? This man has played well today.
Thank you.
Yeah. What was your favourite hand of the day, Ali?
The 1400.
So I'll give you this story. I won't give you the full hand, but Ali's on the same side of the screen as someone else, and Ali's meant to be bidding first, but the person he's on the same side of the screen with is about to open out of turn. So Ali sees what he's going to open. He sees 1 diamond. Ali's got 4 diamonds and a 14 count. So Ali passes. They open a diamond. Ali's partner overcalls 1 spade, negative double. So it comes to Ali with a 14 count and 3 card spade spots. He made it a preemptive 4 spades. This goes 5 clubs, pass, pass, double, 5 diamonds, pass, pass, whack for 1400. Absolute carnage. He's volunteered 5 diamonds with an 11 count, thinking that the hands are completely different things. So, the preemptive jump and all that sort of thing places partner more points. So that was a really fun hand. Everyone's had a bit of a chuckle about that. We've won 6 in a row. We won 12 imps on that set. I think that was Cooper and my worst set. We said it earlier. Teammates brought back a good card. Our mistake was lose 10, but the rest of the boards are pretty good. So we've had a really good weekend. We might have had the best results of any team over this weekend because we won 6 out of 7. We beat the current leaders. And the only thing we lost is the first match. Sadly, we lost it by quite a bit, but we clawed it back. We kept a level head, and we'll be in really good place going into the last weekend, where we've either got 5 or 6 people. We've either got fees coming back, and Ali may or may not be able to make the last weekend. So we'll see how it goes. It'd be nice to have a team of 6, because last time we had a team of 6, we had one of our best weekends. But we don't ever seem to have a team of 6. We haven't for at least 2 years now, so we'll see how it goes, and we'll bring you some more updates. Next event I'm playing is the North Wales Congress with Magnus. We're playing Swiss Bears and Swiss teams, so that should be good. Maybe get some nice sights in a nice Wales hotel. So see you soon.